Evening, everybody. It's Friday evening. You know what that means. It's time for some Westside Warrior football on Tubetown. Hello, everybody. I'm Tristan Harlan here with my broadcast partner, Cooper Melder. And Cooper, tonight, the Westside Warriors, they're taking on the Pocahontas Redskins in what looks to be an exciting contest here tonight.
Thank you, Tristan. Like you're saying, it's going to be a great game tonight as your Westside Warriors are taking on the number one seeded team in the conference. It's going to be a must-need win because with a win and a Truman loss, they'll jump right ahead into that 5 seed as you're seeing on the screen now. they can get that 5 seed, they're now in the playoff talks. And if I'm a Westside fan, I don't want my season to end here in 2 weeks. I want to keep playing. I want to keep playing till Thanksgiving break, because if you're playing during Thanksgiving break, that means you're doing great things in the playoffs.
So that Westside could potentially get a win, either not even this week, just somewhere within the next 3 games, so that they can sneak in at that 5 spot. If they are able to sneak in, then they'll be playing some playoff football. It may not be here, but it will be playoff football for the Westside Warriors.
Yes, and right before kickoff, I'm going to get my keys to success in. And the keys to success for tonight's game, Westside's going to need to establish the run game. It's their bread and butter. Give it to Darvin Fowler, and he'll do the rest. Pocahontas, they're the number 1 seeded team. You need to force turnovers on defense. Get your defense off the field. And then my third and final keys to success, you got to dominate time of possession. You want long drives if you're the Westside Warriors.
Yeah, so here we go. Here's the opening kick. It's just going to be a little small kick, and it will go out of bounds.
And they recovered it.
I was going to say, I thought it went out of bounds there for a split second, but Pocahontas was able to get there and get the recover because it did go 10 yards. So Pocahontas is going to have all the momentum to start this football game.
And that's exactly what you don't need to do, as we're going to see here on the Klein environmental replay. It's just going to be a little pooch kick, bounces once, and 32 came up there and got it. And that was just easy. Westside was just standing around. You can't have that on the first play of the game.
Yeah, Cooper, so it's going to be a first down for the Redskins at the Westside 30-yard line. You know, they've got a great team, and we're going to see it here. He's just going to hand the ball off, and that running back's going to get a couple there, almost 10 yards on that run. He's just an absolute behemoth.
Yeah, that was number 5, Reagan Walmack on the carry there. And Westside, they're going to need to get Pocahontas off the field after they should have the ball right now, but with the onside kick, they got messed up there.
So we go. Pocahontas is just going to take the snap. Quarterback's going to keep the ball, and he's going to drag a couple of the Westside defenders with him, and he's going to get to the 30-yard line. An interesting little tidbit about this quarterback, Connor Baker. He has 85 rushing touchdowns. We were talking to some of the Pocahontas media team before the game, and he only needs 12 rushing touchdowns, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay here, of just how he could use his legs before he's got brought down by a gang of Westside defenders. But Connor only needs 12 rushing touchdowns to tie the state record at 97, which is held by 5 players.
There he is once again. He's just going to take it all the way. He's going to keep rumbling and almost got in there, Tristan.
Yeah, Cooper, he was able to do the little thing there. He was able to break free, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay here. He's just going to take it, run around, find a hole, and he's just going to keep going because Westside, they haven't had an answer for the run game so far on this drive.
And they're going to just sneak it in. Pocahontas with a quick little hurry-up offense there, and they get on the board quickly.
Yeah, Connor Baker able to punch that rushing touchdown in. He only needs 11 touchdowns more to hit that state record.
Well, Westside, they're going to have to watch out for this up-tempo offense because Pocahontas, they want to get downfield quick and they want to score.
Yeah, Cooper, so after the little onside there, they were able to get it, and then they were able to go down and score on this drive. And the kick is going to be up, and the kick is going to be good. So Pocahontas takes an early to 7 lead as you're watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
Replay, he's just going to keep it there. He's going to be able to find a little hole, get a couple good blocks, and sneak it in for the Pocahontas touchdown.
Well, last time Pocahontas came out here to kick it off was a little pooch kick, and Westside, their whole front line there just stood there and watched the ball hit. If you're the second line of defense on the kickoff return team, you need to get up there, call a fair catch. If you call a fair catch and you get hit, no matter what happens, you're guaranteed the ball back. So if they do it again, I will automatically call a fair catch.
Yeah, Cooper, and there's a kick. It's just going to be another high little kick, and he's going to actually be able to return it. And I do believe he did call the fair catch, so it's going to set a 1st and 10 up for the Westside Warriors. And Cooper, that first drive for the Redskins, they barely took any time off the clock. They were able to go down. Connor was able to run the offense the way he has been doing all season long and punch it in for the touchdown.
Well, as the Westside Warriors offense come out, you need to be watching out for number 10 quarterback Gus Yerta, along with his go-to man, number 22, a beast, Darvin Fowler. If they can get Fowler the ball and he can get some blocks, he can do great things in the open field and get to the end zone.
Yeah, so here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line for Westside. They're going on back to their bread and butter. So we're waiting for the snap here. He's going to hand it off to Fowler. Fowler's going to take it up the gut, and he's going to pick up 2, maybe throw on the play. And Cooper, you were there last week. You were able to see this Westside Warrior offense really shine and do what they want to do against Harrisburg. And what was some of the things that Fowler was able to do last week that he needs to carry on to this game?
Well, Fowler, he was doing tremendous job just breaking tackles there last week. He was able to get the ball, follow his blockers, and get into the open field. So he's going to need to do that tonight, just hard running.
And so here we go. 10:20 left on the clock here in the first quarter play. Westside trying to answer from that big first drive for Pocahontas, as this is going to hand it off once again upside the gut. Really not going to get a lot there, as he's actually going to probably lose a couple there.
And that was number 44, Connor Crane. Connor Crane last week, he had a pair of touchdowns, and if he can get going, he's another hard, strong runner just like Fowler. And someone to watch out for, number 12, Montana Neely. He actually got a big score. I think it was a 60-yard touchdown on a quick slant, so be on the look for that.
There we go. 3rd and 5 from the 45 for the Westside Warriors. 9:40 left to go in this first quarter of play. We're going to see if Westside can punch it in for the first down, and he's just going to hit a brick wall there. I don't believe he got enough for that first down, which is going to set up the first 3 and out of the ball game for Westside if they choose to punt it away here.
And it looks like they are going to bring out the punt unit. And, you know, for your first drive on offense, I would say I'm okay with that because you're showing you can move the ball. And with this offense, you're not going to be breaking away 20-yard plays every play. You're going to be working for 3 yards, 4 yards. But since they did not get the onside kick, it hurts them.
Yeah, Cooper back to receive is their quarterback, Connor Baker, and it's just going to hit there, and he's going to be able to field it, and he'll be brought down at about the 20-yard line, which is going to set up a fresh new set of downs here for the Redskins.
Yes, and here comes back the defense. Westside Warriors, you got to get something going. You did not show any signs of life, as we're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay. Just a great open field tackle there from number 53, Tyler Watlington.
Yeah, Cooper, so it's going to set up 1st and 10 from the 21 of Pocahontas' last drive. They were able to move the ball around and get the touchdown. So we're going to see if they can do it here. Connor's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it himself, juke right before he's met by a Westside defender, and he's brought down. Really, he's going to almost lose a couple there, depending on where they spotted there.
Yeah, I think the forward momentum's going to get him a couple yards on that play, but Westside Warriors, they're just going to need to keep watching the quarterback. He ran all over him last drive, so maybe send a little quarterback contain, maybe a QB spy in the linebacker position. 2nd
down for the Redskins. They're going to run the ball here. A flag does come out in the backfield. A couple flags come out, actually. And he's going to break away. Has one last man to beat before he's pushed out just about midfield. But there is a flag back in the backfield, and that was ran by number 33, Grayson Maupin.
Yeah, I mean, right as he got the ball, I saw one flag come out and then 3 more came flying. So there was obviously a pretty obvious call there, as we're going to wait and see what the ref gives us. So it's going to look like a below the waist block. It's going to be the call they will accept, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
So Pocahontas, as you're going to see on this Klein environmental replay here, he's just able to get the ball, break away from one. The first flag came out. He gets around the outside, and man, Cooper, he was almost gone there for 6 had the flag not came out.
Yeah, I mean, if there was no flags on that play, that was a big run, and that was just terrible open field tackling. He wasn't doing anything special. He was just getting to the sideline, and you're going to have to, when he gets to the sideline, you got to push him out or just wrap up and hold on until your teammates come and get him.
Yeah, Cooper, so after the penalty, it's going to set up 2nd and 18 on Pocahontas' own 13-yard line. Going to see what Baker can do here as he's going to keep it himself. Breaks away from one, has open field, steps in, breaks away from another. He is still going at the 25, breaks away from another 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Pocahontas.
And that was just terrible defense from the Warriors there. You had them in the backfield, but you couldn't wrap up, as you're going to see here on the Klein environmental replay. He's going to break one in the backfield. He's going to cut back, and once he hits that sideline, there was no one getting them. I don't know what that tackle was. It was just kind of diving at the ground. He's just going to high step it into the end zone. And just like that, it's about to be 14-0, and it's going to get ugly quick if they don't do something on offense.
Yeah, Cooper, like you saw in the Klein environmental replay, he had a couple good blocks. He was able to hit that corner. Once he hit that corner, there was no one really going to stop him as the PAT's up, and that is good. So that's going to be 14-0 for the Pocahontas Redskins with about 8:04 left to go in the first quarter. You're watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown.
Klein Environmental is a full-service environmental consulting, engineering, and contracting firm. Klein Environmental serves local government and private sector interests in the Mid-South and the Midwest. At Klein Environmental, our team includes 3 FAA Part 107 drone pilots, 2 engineers, 5 expert operators, and over 15 years experience of problem solving for our clients, engineers, contractors, problem solvers. Klein Environmental.
Well, Cooper, after that rushing touchdown by Connor Baker, he now needs 10 rushing touchdowns to achieve that record.
Well, at this pace, I think he might get it by the third quarter if he's going to keep scoring this quick, as there's only been about not even under –
Muffed kickoff returns. They're going to get it there. He's just jogging on the sideline before he's knocked out of bounds around the 40-yard line. So here comes the Westside Warrior offense here, Coop. We talked about your keys during pregame. And, Coop, looking at this next drive for the Warriors, they first time they got the ball, they lost it due to the kickoff. Next drive, they went 3 and out. Do you see something here on which you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay from the kickoff? He's just going to muff it there, and then the guy behind him is just going to pick it up, and then he's just going to trot around the sideline. But Cooper, as I was talking about, are you going to expect to see something different here from the Warriors to possibly get a little bit of momentum back on that offensive side?
I mean, you still got to run the ball. I mean, nothing, but you got to establish the run game, like I'm saying, and have long drives.
And Cooper, so they're going to like to pass it, and he just tries to dump it out, and it's almost intercepted there by number 5 from the defense, Reagan Womack. And Cooper, that's not what you want to have for your first play of the drive.
No, I mean, if it's going to be a pass play, I get you're under center, but you got to drop back some. He just stood there in the pocket, and the reason the pass was so bad was because his own linemen were being pushed into him. You got to drop back. You can't just stand at the line of scrimmage.
So it's going to set up a 2nd and 10 from their own 36 here. Westside still in that power I formation, their bread and butter all season long. They're going to hand it off to Fowler. No, he's going to run the play action. He's going to heave one deep, overthrow his man by a mile, and that's going to be incomplete, setting up a 3rd down for the Westside Warrior offense.
That was intended for number 87, Jordan Hall, and Jordan Hall there, he just stopped running. If he would have kept running, it could have been a jump ball, but he got tangled up with some defenders, and he just overthrew him. Luckily, it wasn't an interception.
So we go 3rd and 10 here from, once again, their own 36. Westside trying to get a first down here to get a little bit of momentum back on their offensive side. Yurda is going to call for the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. Kind of almost has room before he's wrestled down by number 45, Ty Menard.
And that was finally some positive running there. As we're going to see it on the Klein environmental replay, you know, this was something they had success with last week, was the quarterback keeper, you know, getting 5 yards there. I mean, he threw him for an extra 3. So you might want to go back to it once again because you got to go for it.
Yeah, Westside, it's 4 from 4 from the 42-yard line. They will elect to go for it here. As Cooper said, you got to go for it in this situation. So Yurda, he's going to call for the snap. JK, he's going to make an adjustment.
Try to jump them off sides, and that's going to be a Westside Warrior timeout. And they're probably going to bring out the punt unit.
All right, Cooper, well, we're going to step away with Westside. You're watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown.
Bono Family Pharmacy is more than just your pharmacy. We are your neighbors. We shop at the same stores and attend the same sporting events as you. locally owned and operated. At Bono Family Pharmacy, you're more than just another customer. You're our neighbor, and we are dedicated to keeping you and our community healthy. Bono Family Pharmacy on the Highway 63 bypass in Bono.
And welcome back to Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. Ladies and gentlemen, Pocahontas is running away with this game early. If you're just tuning in, hi, I'm Tristan Harlan here with Cooper Melder. And so far, what you've missed is Pocahontas has been dominant on all ends of the ball so far tonight.
Well, what you have been missing, actually, is just the Connor Baker show, as he's been doing literally everything.
And just a little update on the record-breaking performance by Baker. He needs 10 rushing touchdowns now to achieve that record. But here we go. 4th and 4 for the Westside Warriors. We thought during the break they were going to bring out the punting unit, but the offense does hit the field once again. They're on their own 42-yard line. Westside, they're in the same formation. They're going to hand it off right there, and he's going to get it, and he's going to have more room to run. He's past midfield before he gets broke down, just at midfield after the hit.
That was number 33, Weston Watlington on the run there. Beautiful run as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay. Weston's going to get the ball. He's going to follow his blockers. Fowler with a great one. Connor Crane with another one, which set him up with a great first down there.
Yeah, Cooper is going to bring a fresh new set of downs here for Westside as they're slowly but surely chipping away at that Pocahontas defense, trying to get into the end zone, hopefully by the end of the first quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the Pocahontas 49. Westside, they're going to hand it off to Fowler once again. He's going to gain a couple there, and it'll bring up 2nd down for the Warriors.
Well, if you're Westside, you're thinking, man, we're not really getting big plays, but you're going to have to live with it with this type of offense. You're not going to be able to break 10 yards runs every play. So, you may have a 1-yard run, but I expect them to come out with a quarterback keeper on this play. I mean, it worked last time, got you 6 yards. Might as well go to it again.
Yeah, Cooper, so there is about 6 minutes left to go in this first quarter of play. It will be 2nd down from the Westside Warriors. As Yurda, he's under center once again. He's going to pitch it off to his main man, Fowler. Fowler's just going to get wrapped up there by number 25 of the defense, Reed Bigger. He's just going to drop him in the backfield before a big play can happen for the Warriors. And you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay there, Cooper, he's just going to try to go around, and he's just going to be stopped way back in the backfield.
Well, Weston Watlington got manhandled on that block. If you hold that block for at least 2 more seconds and let your running back get to the outside, you can get some positive plays. But he just got out-bodied there.
So we go 3rd and 13 from their own 48-yard line. Westside slowly losing momentum early. Yurda, he's under center. They're going to get in formation. He's going to call for the snap. He's going to keep him himself. He has a hole. He has one block. Looks for another before the Pocahontas defender falls down, and he'll be brought down at about the 40-yard line. Cooper, you can see better than I can. Did he get enough for the first down?
I think he did, as you're going to see it here on the Klein environmental replay. The quarterback keeper, the bread and butter for them last week. And Gus Yurda, he's going to make a man miss and get tackled for a first down. And those little outside runs have been working, so I expect them to go to it a lot more tonight.
5 minutes left to go in the first quarter play on the Pocahontas 39. Westside, 1st and 10, trying to punch it in here. Yurda still under center. Probably going to hand it back off. No, they're going to hand it off to their fullback there, and he's only going to gain 2 or 3 yards.
Well, nice little run there. That's a play call. You're keeping the defensive front honest there. You got to say, okay, let's see if you are, anticipating the outside run. We're going to run it right at you. No blockers. We're just going to send a man running up the middle. And you know what? They got about 3 yards there, and that's all you need with this offense.
2nd and 8 here for the Warriors on the 37-yard line. Yurda trying to get his offense in the end zone on this drive here. He's got one receiver out right. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw it to him, and he's just going to overthrow him by a mile.
That was number 9, Cole Keedy, ready for the pass there. Just overthrew him. That same play they just ran, they scored on last week, but he couldn't hit him there. And, this is the type of drive I was saying on my key success. They started on about their own 30-yard line, and now they're just working their way downfield, wasting the clock. This is exactly what they need to keep doing throughout the game.
So we go 3rd and 8 from the 37-yard line here. Westside just going to hand it off there to Fowler. Fowler around the outside, tries to break away from one, and he does, and he'll get brought down at about the 30-yard line.
I think he may be about a yard short. We're going to see it here on the Klein environmental replay. Fowler's going to get the handoff. He's going to follow his blockers. Great block. And he's going to tussle his way, and they're going to give him a first down for your Westside Warriors.
Fresh new set of down here for Westside as they're keeping that up tempo just like Pocahontas was doing to them. Fowler, he breaks around to the outside. He's still going, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling before he's forced out of bounds at around the 20-yard line.
Fowler is a man. That's a grown man right there, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay. Anytime he gets the ball, he's not going to go down by just getting pushed over. You're going to have 3 or 4 people or just literally pick him up and put him out of bounds to get that man down. He's a dog.
2nd and 1 here for the Warriors on the Pocahontas 19-yard line. Yerta, he's still under center. Wonder what they're going to do here. They have a receiver outright. They're going to hand it off to Fowler once again. Or no, excuse me, that's not Fowler.
Connor Crane.
That is Connor Crane, thank you. And he's going to be forced out of bounds there at about, what did it look like, Cooper, about the 15?
That's a pretty close one, but that's a first down run there. It's Connor Crane, he's going to get a couple handoffs now as Fowler. You got to give him some rest because he's going to be doing it on offense and defense all night long.
So fresh new set of downs here for the Westside Warriors. 3:49 left to go in the first quarter in the game. They're down 2 scores, 1st and 10 from the 15. Still has one receiver outright. Yerta, he's going to go under center. He's going to get his line set. He's going to call for the ball. He's going to hand it off there to number 8. That's Cole Stone Cipher with the run.
Well, after a couple big runs, he's only going to get about 2 there. And, this drive has been beautiful so far because this is what you want to see when running this offense, 3 yards, 3 yards, 15 yards. I'm going to keep saying it because you know what? I like the old school ground and pound.
Well, your daddy raised you right, and it's 2nd and 8 from the 13. Westside, they're going to hand it to Fowler. Fowler's going to spin away from one before he's tackled and wrapped up by a gang of Pocahontas Redskin defenders, which will bring up a 3rd down for Westside Warriors, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay here.
Well, Fowler's just going to get the snap there, and he's just going to get hit at the line. He's still going to gain a couple yards, but on this 3rd and 8, you're in the position where no matter what happens on this play, if you don't get the first down, they're going for it. So I might just run it once again and then set up the pass on 4th down if needed.
3rd and 7 here. Yerta's going to keep it himself. He tries to juke away. He does. He almost knocked himself down, and he'll be forced out of bounds, which I do believe it's going to bring up a 4th down here for the Westside Warriors. And Cooper, if you're Coach Hinkle here, do you go for it or do you just kick the 3 points?
You got to go for it. I mean, you could say, well, you got to get points. Well, Westside, they really don't have a true quote-unquote kicker. So when down 14, you got to be risky when playing the big team. So might as well. I might look for the little slant pass. Could be open as he is playing off the DB.
4th and 8 here for the Warriors. You're to under center. He's going to hand the ball off to his running back, and he won't go anywhere. That will be a turnover on down by the Warriors.
Well, that was number 8's Cole Stonekipper on the carry. I mean, from here it looked like if he cut back left, there was a hole, but he was trying to get to the outside and just couldn't get it. If you're your Westside Warriors defense, you need a turnover or get the ball out of Connor Baker's hand because he has been running all over this defense all night. And if I'm Pocahontas, just keep feeding him the ball.
After the turnover on downs, it's going to set up a 1st and 10 from the 14. Pocahontas, they're going to hand the ball off, and their running back right there, he's just going to get wrapped up and dropped in the backfield. That was ran by number 33, Grayson Maupin, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay.
I think the running back himself, Darvin Fowler, got in on that tackle. He was met quick. Yeah, Fowler, number 53, that's Tyler Watlington on the tackle.
So a timeout is called on the field here. And Cooper, tonight's a special night for the Westside Warrior fans, as you're going to see at midfield and at the 50, even on the Westside sideline, they are having a pink out night for the breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, this is such a great night, and this is what I love about sports during October. Everyone's coming together to fight a disease, affects many people in their lives. So if you know anyone or if you have a family member dealing with breast cancer, thoughts and prayers go out to y'all. Y'all got this. Y'all are strong. And, I love the pink out. Just
and even the pink dinosaur on the student section for Westside, and even the sign, is such great. It's great here is even the 50-yard line. Westside, they truly went all out to raise awareness for breast cancer. But now it's time to get back to some game action. It's going to be 2nd and 9 here for the Pocahontas Redskins on the 15-yard line. They're up 14-0, and Connor, he's going to take the snap himself, and he's just going to jog because he knows Westside probably won't be able to catch him. He's going to juke away from one man. He's on the sideline before a couple of them wrestle him down and force him out of bounds.
Well, they finally got him out of bounds, but as you're going to see here on the Klein environmental replay, he got enough for the first down. He's just going to follow his blockers. Great blocking there from the Redskins. And he's just running all over this team right now.
2 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. Baker, he's going to scramble, has a couple men coming. He still is on his feet, and he will stop. He will throw it deep, and that'll be caught on the ground.
He dropped that.
Harrison Carter.
Promise you, he dropped that.
Harrison Carter did have contact with the ball, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay here. He's just going to scramble left. He's going to scramble right, like he's Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray in Madden 23. And then he's just going to throw it deep, and he's going to find incomplete, as a flag did get thrown on the play. So regardless if he caught it or not, that play's coming back.
Yeah, from this angle, I could see the ball clearly. It hit the ground before he caught it, but it doesn't matter. So there was a penalty on the play.
And I do believe the ref did signal for an eligible receiver down the field on Pocahontas there.
But either way, the Warriors are going to have to get him in that situation. You got to stop them on that play. You had them in the backfield, and then you just run into one another.
Minute 50, Baker's going to keep it himself along the sideline. He's still going, and he's still going. I thought he was forced out there, and he's going to be wrapped up by a sea of red, and he'll be dropped out just about the 48-yard line.
Well, Connor Baker once again doing it himself, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay. He's going to fake the little option, and he's going to have a big hole to run up through. And he almost went out of bounds, but he's going to keep fighting. The host of Westside Warriors are going to have to come in to bring him down.
Fresh new set of downs here for the Pocahontas Redskins, as they are now on the 48-yard line. Baker drops back, has pressure coming, just going to dump it off on the little screenplay there. He's still running at the 40, the 35, the 30. He's still going 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Pocahontas.
What a leap and catch and run there from number 25, Reed Bigger. Wow.
Flag did come out at the end there, but you're going to see here on the Klein environmental replay there. Baker, he's going to take the snap. He has rolling. He's just going to dump it off to his main man, and he's just going to go. Could he go all the way? And of course, he does. He's just going to.
His knee hit short. Wow, they gave him the touchdown. His knee went short.
Well, there was a flag on the play there.
Can we get a review? His knee was short.
Well, unfortunately, Cooper, there is no review in high school football.
Well, last week we had a questionable first down call that led to Westside Warrior touchdown. So I guess this is karma from last week. So I'm really not sure what the penalty was for, but as we saw in that replay, he was a couple yards short. Now, would they probably scored the next play? Yes, but he was short, and anything can happen in high school football.
And that was scored by number 25, Reed Bigger, as you was mentioning, Cooper. And we're just awaiting the PAT here from Pocahontas, looking to make it 21-0 before the end of the first quarter. And that kick's going to be no good.
Well, I'll tell you why that kick was no good. I could see it from there. The laces were facing out.
And look at the Klein environmental replay here from that touchdown. Bigger is going to have the ball, and number 8 from Westside, he's going to do a tremendous job there of knocking him down, and right there.
His knee's out down on the 3-yard line. So if y'all want to screenshot that, post that onto Facebook, complain about the refs, and that's why y'all lost, I'm all for it.
Well, right there, as you see, his knee is on the ground, short of the goal line. Unfortunately enough, they did give him the touchdown. So it's 20-0 after the missed PAT. As you mentioned, the laces were facing forward. And I know Chris Hutchinson at KIT is going to love seeing that. And, look at the away head coach. Charles Beatty is 64-29 as the head coach of the Pocahontas Redskins, and that is what you like to see from your head coach. Now, if you take a look on the other side, Bobby Engel, he's not exactly the same guy.
But, as we saw, the penalty flag was thrown on that touchdown run is in effect on this kickoff. So, they're going to try to kick it deep. It's going to be returnable.
He's going to get at the 30-yard line, break away from one defender, try to break away from 2, 3, and 4 before he's wrapped up and met at about the 40-yard line, which here comes the Westside offense again. The previous drives for Westside have not been ideal. The last drive, however, they were able to drive down. They were able to get in good field position, but just a turnover on downs is what really sucked the life out of this offense. And here's Bobby Engel, 45-49 in 7 years as the Westside Warriors head coach. And Cooper, that's not what you like to see. But back to what we were talking about, the drives for the Westside Warriors. They haven't been able to find that one drive to get them back in this ball game.
Well, last drive, they finally, they found their spark, and then it just kind of doled out. They poured some water on it, and the fire died. But you need to see big runs here on this drive.
Go first down for the Warriors as Fowler's going to get it, and he's not really going to get any gain there. Is just a little over a minute left in the first quarter of play. And Cooper, we've been mentioning the whole game so far that Fowler was the guy last week that really kept Westside in the game, really won it for him. But now it seems like the complete opposite. It seems like he's the guy keeping them out of the game.
Well, last week a big help to Fowler was the offensive line. The offensive line was able to push Harrisburg's defensive line back a couple yards, which gave up more open holes. And tonight, that D-line's getting through that O-line easily.
So we go second down for the Warriors, and Fowler almost broke away from a gang of defenders before he's wrapped up and brought back down at the 40-yard line of Westside. So the clock is going to continuously run out here in the first quarter of play. Westside still up 20-0. Pocahontas, they did miss the PAT on that last scoring drive that they had. However, it is third and 10 to be exact for Westside as the clock is slowly running down here, just about over 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Well, if you're looking at it, when you're watching Westside run the ball, they're obviously They're obviously doing a run block, so they're not dropping back. But as you see, their offensive line's getting pushed back, and when your offensive line's getting pushed back, you're not going to be able to run the ball really easily at all.
Well, Cooper, that's going to be the 000s, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Pocahontas is leading 20-0. And, Cooper, you're watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown.
Bono Family Pharmacy is more than just your pharmacy. We are your neighbors. We shop at the same stores and attend the same sporting events as you. Locally owned and operated, at Bono Family Pharmacy, you're more than just another customer. You're our neighbor, and we are dedicated to keeping you and our community healthy. Bono Family Pharmacy on the Highway 63 bypass in Bono.
Welcome back to Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you missed the first quarter. Hi, everybody. I'm Tristan Harlan here with Cooper Motor. Cooper, you're looking at the score here, 20-0 for the Pocahontas Redskins, and does the game dictate the scoreboard?
Oh, for sure, yes. I mean, you got down 20-0 in the first quarter, not even in the first half, in the first quarter. So if you can't find a way to stop this Pocahontas Redskins offense, I mean, there's no way you're going to get back in the game.
So here we go. As you're going to see at the bottom of the screen now, scores from around the league here, as we mentioned in the pregame, that Truman needed to lose local scores, that Truman needed to lose tonight, and Westside needed to win somewhere around the last 3 games of the season in order to sneak into that playoff spot.
But, as we're going to see on the Klein Environmental Replay, the Warriors pick up a first down, just an easy run there from number 21, Gavin Dotson. It was just a wide open hole there, and the offensive line finally got the push they wanted there and got an open hole.
So here we go. It's going to bring a fresh new set of downs here for the Warrior offense. 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line of the Pocahontas Redskins. Westside, they're trying to get something going here as timeout will be called.
I'm not sure what that timeout is, but you're watching Westside Warrior football here on Utah.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
Welcome back, guys, and you're watching Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. As you see Bobby Engel in your shot now, and he's not had the most ideal 7 years here at Westside.
Yeah, I mean, he's on 45 and 49, 4 games away from being back at 500. But in high school football, you got to keep in mind, you can't really recruit unless you're a private school, aka PA, Dirty Dogs. But you can't really recruit, so he's working with what he has. And Westside being a smaller school, I mean, he's doing the best he can. I mean, maybe if they change their offense, but I love this power eye they got going, so don't change it for me, please.
So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 48 here at Westside.
Man.
Is going to lose the ball, and Pocahontas is signaling that they have it. We're waiting the referee's call, and they do. Pocahontas, what you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay here,
Just a
Westside
miscue.
just has a miscue here, and they're going to try to run it there, and the ball just gets knocked out of the quarterback's hands, and Pocahontas is going to gain possession here. Another mistake for the Westside Warrior offense. And what I was going to bring up, Cooper, is that the crowd seems pretty good tonight here for Westside. I mean, Pocahontas has kind of got a little bit of the crowd advantage here from what I can see. And, man, that's really going to help Pocahontas here on the road get this win. As Baker, he's going to drop back. He's going to just dump it off to his running back,
Wide
who
open.
has one man to beat, and he's still going. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5, and he will get in. Touchdown, Pocahontas Redskins. With 11:04 left to go in the first half, Pocahontas just runs that ball in off the screenplay that you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay.
Well, as you see here, Tristan, he is wide open. No one there for about 50 yards. He's going to make a man miss on a stutter step. He's going to make a little cut. No, I don't even know what that kind of tackle that was. It was a little patty cake. But right now, I feel like I'm at a Florida State game.
Yeah, Cooper, they're going to go for 2 here as Baker's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to run it in for 2.
He's just going to walk in, and it's going to be 28-zip.
Will Cooper is 28-0. Pocahontas does have the lead with 11:03 left to go in the first half, and you're watching Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown.
Klein Environmental is a full-service environmental consulting, engineering, and contracting firm. Klein Environmental serves local government and private sector interests in the Mid-South and the Midwest. At Klein Environmental, our team includes 3 FAA Part 107 drone pilots, 2 engineers, 5 expert operators, and over 15 years experience of problem solving for our clients, engineers, contractors, problem solvers. Klein Environmental.
Welcome back to Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. As you're seeing on the scoreboard, it is 28-0. And Cooper, I do believe you know a little bit more about the mercy rule than I.
Yes, so if Westside Warriors don't score here and Pocahontas makes it 35-0, mercy rule will go into effect where that's clock just keeps running nonstop as they're going to try to get it early, but they won't start it till the third quarter. So if they get it 35-0 before half and we come back, the running clock will continue, and that means if you go out of bounds, the clock won't stop. The only time the clock will stop will be for a timeout.
Yeah, Cooper, so it's going to set up a 1st and 10 here for Westside as they look to hopefully get 7 points, at least 3 points on the board before the end of the first half.
Yeah, right now it's not looking good. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, from a miscue to playing patty cake on tackling, if that's what we're going to call it. It's just like they're throwing their arms out there. I get these guys are the best team in your conference, but if they're bigger than you, take out their legs. You can't run if your legs aren't on the ground. That's all I got to say.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Westside Warriors. They're going to hand it off to Fowler. Once again, Fowler, he's going to try to bounce around the outside. He stiff arms one man before he's wrapped up and dropped down by number 32 and 45 of the Pocahontas defense.
Great run in there from Fowler, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay. Fowler's just going to bounce to the outside. He's going to rumble his way and get at least 5 yards there, and that's what you need. You need some sort of life on offense, and honestly, if I'm Westside, I'm kind of in clock management, whereas I don't want to snap the ball until there's about 5 seconds left on the snap count.
So we go second down here for Westside as Yoder's going to drop back. He's going to throw. He's finally going to hit his target, but it's just going to bounce off his hands as the receiver's obviously distraught that he just missed that catch. That was intended for number 8, Cole Stonecyphers. You're going to see here on the Klein Environmental replay here.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see here on this pass, he looks as he catches it to embrace the hit. If you're a wide receiver, number 9, Cole Keaty, you can't be afraid of being hit. You're going to get hit on that quick slant route. I hope you're okay. But as you saw, he was more worried about the footsteps coming than catching that ball, and that's why he dropped it.
So we go third down here for the Warriors. He's just going to keep it himself as he tries to break away from 2, and he does, and he'll just be dropped down just past the 50-yard line. But I don't believe he got enough of the first down, which will bring a 4th down for the Warriors.
Well, if I know Westside football from these past 2 games that I've been calling, get ready for the quarterback sneak. If they do anything else than that, I will go down on the field and say, why not? Because you've gotten 4 yards every time you run the quarterback sneak. It's so simple. Don't do anything crazy. Give it to Yurda, and you let Yurda get this first down.
Well, Pocahontas' crowd is getting riled up here as he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get a push from his O-line, and the D-line's going to push as well. And we're waiting the call, and the back judge is signaling for the first down for the Westside Warriors. And Cooper, next time when I'm taking the over and under for college football, I'm going to talk to you about it.
All right.
As you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay here, he's just going to take it, and he's just going to bound down up that gut, and he's going to get enough for the first down.
Well, it makes sense. You have 4th and inches, 4th and 1. Why not just take a step forward? And you got it. And that's what they did the best there.
Fresh new set of downs here for the Warriors is his 1st and 10 on the Pocahontas 47-yard line. Yurda still under center here doing what they've done all game. They're going to hand that ball off, and he's going to have room to run before he's dropped down hard at about the 45-yard line.
That was number 8, Cole Stonekipper. And as you're going to see here on the Klein Environmental replay, he's going to take the snap, follow his block, get a couple yards, and bring up a more manageable 2nd down. And, you know, Cole, he's been getting a lot more snaps here at the running back position, and you like to see it. Past couple games, you know, he's more of a DB, more of the wide receiver type. But I guess they saw something in practice, and good for him.
So we go 2nd and 7 on the 44-yard line here for Westside. As Yurda's going to drop back. He's going to throw a deep ball, and that's going to be incomplete, intended for number 19, Colton Carter on the offense. And Coop, no, Colt, he was looking for a PI call there.
Well, I mean, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay, he hits the defender and just stops going up for the ball. I mean, I get you want the pass interference call, but you got to at least make more of an attempt than just running into the guy. If you run into him, that's fair play. That's on you. But you got to at least attempt to keep running and try to keep going for the ball, and he just didn't do that.
We have 3rd and 7 here for Westside. Yurda's going to keep it himself, tries to break away on the outside, and he almost does before he's dropped down at about the 40-yard line, which will bring up a 4th down for Westside. And Coop, I don't think they're within enough yards to do the quarterback sneak up the gut.
Not this time, and honestly, I would honestly punt it. Pin them deep on the 1-yard line and force your defense to make a stop. Because it doesn't matter what your offense does for the rest of the game if you can't stop Pocahontas.
So we go 4th down for the Warriors as they're going to elect to go for it here. It's 28-0 with 7:50 left to go in the first half. Yurda, he's going to drop back. He's going to look. He's going to throw it deep, and that's going to wound up once again. Incomplete, intended for number 87, Jordan Hall, which will be a turnover on downs, which will set up a 1st and 10 for the Pocahontas Redskins.
I like the call there to pass it, but at the same time, you're down 28-0. You honestly got to punt it. I get you're trying to get back in the game. You're trying to score, but your defense hasn't been able to stop Pocahontas. So that's why I was saying punt them, pin them deep, try to get them on the 3-yard line, and force your defense to make a stop. Bring the blitz.
We go first down here for the Redskins. That play is going to be a blown-up play there. That was ran by number 3, Trip Risley, the senior receivers. You're going to see on the Klein environmental replay here. They just try to do the little jet sweep. Baker, he's going to call for the snap. He's going to hand it off to him, and he's just going to trip himself up, and he's going to fall back down in the backfield.
That was a great play there from Tyler Watlington. He just got off his block, wrapped the man up, and did perfect technique tackling. Wow.
And Baker's going to keep it himself, and he's going to wind up at about the 40-yard line. As you're seeing on the local scores here, Truman, they're up 15-7 against Blytheville, and as we were talking about in the pregame, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay here, Baker, he's just going to keep it himself. He's going to run it up the gut, and he's just going to get a couple yards closer to the first down marker after the blown play. But like we were talking in pregame, Truman, Westside Warrior fans need them to lose, and they're up big. As Baker, he's going to be in the backfield, and he's just going to throw a laser past midfield to his receiver, number 3, Trip Risley, and that's going to be enough for
There's
it.
a flag in the backfield, though.
I'm glad you saw that.
Klein environmental replay.
And Baker, he's just going to drop. He has all the time in the world. He's going to throw an absolute laser, and that's going to give him enough for the first down if the play stands.
It's going to be a flag against the offense. So I think that was an ineligible receiver downfield again. But you got to get the stop now. You have to get the stop if you're the defense. It's 3rd and a mile. Force them to punt the ball. Don't make it where they can go for it on 4th down. You need to send the house, tell your corners, hey, you better hold on to your man. Don't let him get deep because you're going to have no help. You got to send the house, get to the quarterback.
Yeah, here we go. 3rd and 16 here for Pocahontas. As Baker's going to have all the time in the world. He almost gets sacked. He's going to evade from pressure. He has pressure coming, and he's going to throw it, and that's going to be caught at about the 45-yard line, but that's not going to be enough for the first down. So it will be a turnover on downs, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay.
It brings up 4th down.
Oh, excuse me. Thank you. I thought it was already 4th down.
No, it was a 3rd and long, and, they didn't get the first down. They're bringing out the punt unit, and honestly, I get there's a little sportsmanship right here, bringing out the punt unit. But honestly, if I'm Pocahontas, I'm going for it on this drive. I mean, the defense has only stopped you because of penalties.
Here we go, 4th down. It's going to be the first punt of the contest for Pocahontas. That's going to be a high punt, returnable, and it's going to be dropped down about the 25, and it's going to continue to bounce before it's finally down at about, what would you say that is, Cooper?
About the 13-yard line.
That's where I was thinking, too. But, Cooper, once again, just absolute drive killers time and time after again for the Westside offense. I mean, they've had a couple good drives the past 2 drives. But for whatever reason, and we haven't seen this yet this season from Westside. And just a reminder, guys, if you do want to rewatch this game, it will be on Tubetown Saturday nights at 6 p.m. and on ASU TV, where we're our home for the Red Wolf Roundtable, the official sports talk show of the A-State Athletics on Sunday nights. But, Cooper, like we were mentioning, we haven't seen Yurda struggle in the passing game this year as he has tonight. Cooper, is it something that's going to continue to affect the Westside offense, or is Yurda going to be able to turn around and find his guys when they're open?
He better find his guys when they're open, because running the power I, you're down 28, you're going to have to start going deep.
That's going to be a run there, and he's just going to go absolutely nowhere.
That was number 21, Gavin Dotson, trying to get something going, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay. He's just getting hit in the backfield. Blockers not being able to block. And number 25 there for the Redskins, Reed Bigger. He's doing it on offense. He's doing it on defense. And right now, Westside doesn't have an answer for anything.
So we're just a little over 5 minutes left to go in the first half here. It is 2nd and 13 for the Warriors offense. Yurda, he's still under center, still in that power out formation, the bread and butter. And they're going to hand it off, and he has room to run, and he'll be brought down just at about the 24, maybe 23-yard line. Ran there by number 33, Weston Wallington, as you're going to see on the Klein environmental replay.
Well, just a great run. He went up the middle, and they parted that line like it's the Red Sea there. And that's the type of blocking you're going to need. When you're running the power I, you need to have misdirections, confuse the defense. That's how the power I, the dead team offense like these work. Confusion in the backfield.
So we go 3rd and 1 here for Westside. Quarterback's just going to keep it himself, and he's going to have enough for the first down. First down for the Warriors.
Don't you just love the quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1? Just beautiful play calling because it's simple. You don't have to be crazy to win ball games. Keep it simple. If it's 4th and 1, quarterback sneak. NFL teams, college teams, take notes.
Well, Cooper, I'm more of a play action man myself, but
on 4th and 1,
I know,
4th and 1.
I know. Anybody else on the face of the earth, when shadow of a doubt, that is your play call. I'll just have to keep that in notes when I play you in Madden later on tonight. But here we go. 28-0, 1st and 10 here for the Westside Warriors. Jordan still under center. He's going to do nothing because the play will be called dead. I do believe maybe a timeout or an injured player was called. Flag on the field. That's what it was.
It's probably most likely going to be a false start or encroachment. It's going to be a false start.
False start on the offense. So that'll move them back 5 yards. And Cooper, that's another thing that we've talked about. Drive killers. Offensive drive killers for the Westside Warriors. They've had them, one too many of them, so far on their offensive drives in this game, which has resulted in them still having a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Well, they're going to need a score quick as, like we were saying pregame, this team's not going to go quick. They are not the type to, score in 3 plays. They're the type that's going to score in 15 plays if needed. But they're going to have to get something going.
Well, Fowler, he's going to keep it there, and he gained a couple, not too many.
Westside, you might want to bring out the passing game. I mean, I know the power I, it's running gun up the middle, but right now you got to keep Pocahontas on their toes, keep them honest, and you got to start passing the ball. Maybe do a little misdirection in the backfield with, faking the handoffs, but you got to start throwing the ball.
We have 2nd and 13 for the Warriors here, and that play's really not going to go anywhere. It's going to die before it was born, and that's just going to bring up a 3rd down for the Warriors.
Connor Crane not having the night like he did last week at Harrisburg. Connor Crane had himself a day last week, rushing for multiple touchdowns, doing it on defense, and tonight barely calling his name, and when he does get the ball, he's not getting the blocks. He can't get anything going.
So we go 3rd and 13 from their own 23. 2:30 left to go in the first half of play. Yurda, he's under center for the Warriors. He's going to call for the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to drop back, throw it off his back foot, and that's just going to be short again. Time after time after time after time, he has not been able to find his receiver. The last time they threw the ball, he just hit him in the hands and he couldn't hang on, so it's going to bring up a 4th down. Cooper, how much longer is this passing game going to struggle here tonight?
Well, if Pocahontas Redskins, as long as they're getting into the backfield, making the Warriors rush the pass and roll out of the pocket, it's going to continue to struggle. When you're passing the ball, you got to give your quarterback time to at least look for an open man so he can set his throw, but he had no time in the world for that.
We are the first punt from the Westside Warriors special teams, and that ball is going to go over the 50. And it's going to be down at about, I want to say, the 42. And Cooper, like we were talking before, this game is a special game for Westside. As you see all over the field, all over the banners, the midfield line, it is a breast cancer awareness special night here for the Westside Warrior team. And, that's just great awareness spread all around by the team. And, Cooper, don't forget, at halftime, you're not going to hear us anymore. You're going to hear the great band from the Westside Warriors. And I myself, cannot wait for that performance.
Yeah.
It's going to be first down here for the Redskins. He's just going to keep it himself, and he's going to pick up a couple here, and that's going to bring up 2 minutes left to go in the first half.
And Pocahontas, they're just going to keep the ball on the ground. They don't need to do anything. They're up by 4 scores, and they can do whatever they want with the ball. They have full control of the game right now.
Pocahontas just going to hand it off to the running back, and he's going to have a hole the size of the Grand Canyon because he's going to have a fresh new set of downs here for the Pocahontas Redskins, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental Replay.
Reagan Womack, he's just going to spin off of a tackle, and then he's going to look for a guy just to truck there.
And quarterback's just going to keep it himself. Baker, he's still going. He's around the outside. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's going to creep walk into the end zone. Yes, I said it again. He's going to creep walk into the end zone and give the Redskins another touchdown.
Well, as you're going to see here on the Klein Environmental Replay, he's just going to keep it himself. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to get to the outside, and there's going to be no hustle from the defenders on the Westside Warriors defense, and it's going to be 34-0 Redskins.
So here we go. Here's the PAT from Pocahontas. The kick is up, and it is no good once again. So, Cooper, with a minute 20 left to go in the first half, the Pocahontas Redskins are leading 34-0, and you're watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
Welcome back to Westside Warrior football here on Tubetown, and man, that guy right there, number 4, Connor Baker, he is on pace for the state rushing touchdown, and he's not even a running back. This man is a quarterback. Cooper, he needs 9 more rushing touchdowns in order to achieve that record that's currently held by 5 other players. But here we go, Westside Warriors, they're going to have the ball here in the kickoff, and he's just going to be wrapped up, taken absolutely to the SmackDown Hotel, and he was wrapped up there by number 47 on the Pocahontas kickoff team.
Well, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental Replay, number 9, Cole Keaty's going to return the kick. He's just going to run into his own man. And he's just not going to get anything going at all. And right now, your offense comes back on field. They haven't done anything since that one drive in the first quarter, which has been a long old friend now. 34-0. We're talking about the mercy rule. It's 1 point away from Pocahontas.
Which won't start until the second half, Cooper. But regardless of that, it's going to be first down for the Westside Warriors here on their own 26-yard line. You heard it. He's under center. He's just going to pitch it to his running back, who's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Yeah, and it's just all Redskins tonight, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental Replay. He's just going to get the toss to the outside, and the lineman is going to come in the backfield and chase him down from behind. And it's just embarrassing right now.
Yeah, Cooper, 2nd and 14 here for the Warriors on their own 22-yard line. 50 seconds left to go here in the first half, and Coach Ingle's going to have to get to his team and set some adjustments for this first half if Westside wants to get back into it, if it's not already too late.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in the locker room if I'm a Westside Warrior at halftime.
Here we go, 2nd and 14 for the Warriors. Yurda, he's going to hand the ball off, and that's going to be stuffed up on the line of scrimmage. 3rd down coming up for the Warriors offense.
He was taken down in the backfield there by number 44, Jack Privet. And right now, Pocahontas, they could probably play with their eyes closed and still get to the backfield because they're doing it all night. They're just hitting that offensive line, pushing them back, getting to the backfield, forcing rush passes, and it's just been one of those nights.
Well, Cooper, that's going to signify the end of the first half. Your Westside Warriors are down 34-0. When we come back, you will see the beautiful, the magnificent, and not in the least but not only, the talented Westside Band. And you're watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown.
Arkansas State, we want you to go. Go where learning soars, takes flight, and rockets ahead. Go for experiences, internships, and scholarships. We want you to go. Become A-State Maine. Are you ready to go? Go.astate.edu for details.
Here to deliver the latest news on A-State sports, ranging from football, basketball, baseball, and more.
I'm your host, Tristan Harlan, alongside your other host, Cooper Melder.
Red Wolf Roundtable is your local sports source.
Tune in to Red Wolf Roundtable to get your fix on sports talk and news.
Our family relies on the internet every day. We both work from home at times, so our Wi-Fi just has to be there. We learn with it, laugh with it, and count on it for all kinds of things in our home.
Your family depends on strong internet and Wi-Fi. That's why Ritter provides fast internet speeds to meet your needs every day. To learn more about our internet and Wi-Fi choices, call or visit rittercommunications.com.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
At Arkansas State, we want you to go. Go where learning soars, takes flight, and rockets ahead. Go for experiences, internships, and scholarships. We want you to go. Become A-State Maine. Are you ready to go? Go.astate.edu for details.
At Ritter Communications, we're dedicated to being a caring community partner. We invest in the communities we serve by supporting local nonprofits, academic programs, local athletics, and events that bring us together. We create the connections that strengthen our communities. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Ritter delivers more value to our customers with Watch TV Everywhere. It's the free extra service that lets you watch favorites from your TV package on the go. Take a few minutes to sign up at rittercommunications.com and you'll be all set to explore many channels and on-demand shows on any internet-connected computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Watch TV Everywhere, another great way Ritter delivers the choice, convenience, and value you want.
Hello, my name is Gene Roberts. I'm the owner of the franchise for Fox's Pizza Den in Bono, Arkansas, and I'd like to thank our customers for eating local with us.
Give it up for your Westside Warrior Band.
At Arkansas State, we want you to go. Go where learning soars. Takes flight. And rockets ahead. Go for experiences, internships, and scholarships. We want you to go. Become A-State Maine. Are you ready to go? Go.astate.edu for details.
At Ritter Communications, we're dedicated to being a caring community partner. We invest in the communities we serve by supporting local nonprofits, academic programs, local athletics, and events that bring us together. We create the connections that strengthen our communities. Ritter Communications, right by you.
You can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. The Anywhere app by First National Bank. Putting you first, always.
At Ritter Communications, we're dedicated to being a caring community partner. We invest in the communities we serve by supporting local nonprofits, academic programs, local athletics, and events that bring us together. We create the connections that strengthen our communities. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Before day one, life was very hard. It was depressing and lonely, and I wasn't really seeing the trueness that I could be seeing. I experienced amazing things. I experienced friendship, true love, and the Holy Spirit, and I do not regret going.
Klein Environmental is a full-service environmental consulting, engineering, and contracting firm. Klein Environmental serves local government and private sector interests in the Mid-South and the Midwest. At Klein Environmental, our team includes 3 FAA Part 107 drone pilots, 2 engineers, 5 expert operators, and over 15 years experience of problem solving for our clients. Engineers, contractors, problem solvers. Klein Environmental.
Hello, my name is Gene Roberts. I'm the owner of the franchise for Fox's Pizza Den in Bono, Arkansas, and I'd like to thank our customers for eating local with us.
Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team. Becoming a member of the Westside Athletic Booster Club is a rewarding and valuable contribution to the Warrior Nation, our school, and most importantly, our student athletes. The purpose of the club is to promote athletics at Westside High School in an atmosphere that is consistent with the educational philosophy of the school community. Check out our Facebook page for more information on how to become a member. Westside Athletic Booster Club. We're the team behind the team.
Westside Warrior football here on Tubetown and Coop. It's been a game for sure.
Oh, it has been, and it's been all for the Pocahontas Redskins. You know,
here's the thing. We knew coming into this game that he was going to be the guy to watch, the guy to stop, and Westside has not been able to do that. It's, we were talking to a lot of very nice guys who, they're from the Pocahontas media team, and they told us, like, hey, look, this guy's got something special. He's, like you said, at the time, before the game started, he was 12 rushing touchdowns away from the state record. Now he's only needing 9 to go. So, depending on how the second half goes, it may be the thing where he takes over and he maybe doesn't get all 9, but he gets at least some to where next week all he's got to do is snap the ball once and he'll have it broken. But Pocahontas, they're leading 34-0 here in Coop. Looking back at your keys to victory here for Westside that we talked about during pregame, are they still holding up, or would you want to change some, make it audible, or send another hot route out?
I mean, if you establish the run game, you force turnovers, and dominate time of possession, you would be doing real good. But the fact is, they haven't established the run game at all. They haven't forced any turnovers, and they really haven't dominated time of possession at all. They get the ball, it's a quick 3 and out, and then, Pocahontas has the ball back. They've only done two of my keys on one drive, and they didn't even score. The run game fizzled out. I mean, one more score from Pocahontas, and we're going to the mercy rule effect where the clock will just keep on rolling no matter what until there is a timeout. So, Westside, you kick the ball off to Pocahontas. Your defense needs to show a sign of life, and I will not be surprised here if the Westside Warriors come out with an onside kick, because last week that's how they started their first kick, was with an onside kick. You're down 34-0. You literally have nothing to lose. It doesn't matter what Truman's doing at all, because you're not winning your game, so what they're doing doesn't really matter to y'all because you're getting your butts kicked. So get ready for the onside kick. I'd be shocked if it's anything else.
Here we go. We're waiting the kickoff here from Westside to start us off in the second half of play. And that's just going to be a little kick down the middle. It's going to be returned there at about the 20-yard line. He's going to have holes. He's going to have room to run before he's met up behind after he gets past midfield, which will set up the Pocahontas Redskins in great field position.
Well, They didn't go with the onside kick, probably because, well, we don't want to give them good field position. We want to pin them deep. Well, it doesn't matter because they got all those yards back. If you would have done an onside kick like I was saying they were probably going to do, they would at least be at the 50-yard line. But you know what? It's okay. You're just down 34-0.
Yeah, Cooper's going to be first down here for the Redskins as he's just going to run it up the gut. And he's going to gain a lot of yards there. And, man, that was ran by number 5, Reagan Womack. And Cooper, that's what we were talking about all first half, is how can you stop this Redskin offense? So far, you haven't. The Westside Warriors have not found that answer. This is going to just be the second down play here as he's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get enough for the first down, bringing up third down for the Warriors.
Well, after finally handing the ball off to someone else other than the man himself, Connor Baker, they finally give it to Womack, and he finally got something going and brings up a 3rd and 2.
Take the snap himself. He's going to keep it. He's around the left-hand side before he's wrapped up, and he'll break away from it again before he's met up by a sea of red defenders, and the forward of motion will be stopped, so the referees will blow it dead. That brings up, once again, a fresh new set of downs here that you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay here.
Well, the man himself, Connor Baker, he's going to get the ball, and he's just going to run up the middle. I mean, I don't know what they're doing to tackle him, but you obviously can't tackle him up high. You need someone to hit him up high, wrap up, and then someone else take out his legs.
Well,
just like that.
Yeah, it's on cue. It was a first down there for Baker, and he just absolutely went nowhere. And, man, that's something that you've needed all game long, and now you're finally coming up with it in the third quarter, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay here.
Yep, they're going to get to the backfield. Like I said, wrap up his legs. You can shake off tackles when they're just coming at you from the chest. They're going to get him to jump off sides. So all those yards you just lost, they just gained back.
Flag was thrown on the play. Cooper believes it was an offsides or encroachment call. And that's what it's going to be is the referee's moving them up 5 yards there.
Simple mistakes out of halftime. You're down 34-0. You have to play a perfect game to get back into it. It's not looking like it so far.
Just a little over 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And, man, oh, man, once again, number 5, Reagan Womack's just going to take that ball anywhere he pleases. As that's going to set up a fresh new set of downs here, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay.
He's just going to get the handoff, follow his blockers, just stumble his way through for an easy first down. And once again, look who it is. The man himself, Connor Baker, with another touchdown, and that will bring in Mercy Roll.
Connor Baker will keep it there, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay here. He's just going to snap the ball, take it himself, have absolutely anywhere, including the end zone, where to go, as there is a hurt Westside Warrior on the field.
It's number 44, Connor Crane, the injured Westside Warrior, as you're going to see.
All right, guys, well, we're going to step away for the injured player. Westside's losing 40-0. You're watching Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown.
You can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. The Anywhere app by First National Bank. Putting you first, always.
Welcome back to Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. And the injured Westside Warrior is able to step off the field under his own power, which is always great to see. The injured Westside Warrior is number 44, Connor Crane, as Cooper mentioned here, as we're awaiting the PAT from Pocahontas to make it 41-0. And that kick's going to be blocked. And Cooper, after the block kick, it's going to be 40-0 for the Redskins. And we're going to see if the referees may be calling a flag here before they signaled the no good.
And then offsides on the defense. You're close to the goal line. I would honestly go for 2.
Well, Cooper, if this was NCAA football, I would be running a fade field goal here. But that's just me. So we're waiting the PAT from Pocahontas to make it a 41-0 Redskin lead here with 9:38 left to go in the third quarter of play. Holds down, kick is up, and the kick is finally good. So with 9:41 left to go here in the third quarter play, your Westside Warriors are down 41-0 against the Pocahontas Redskins. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown.
Klein Environmental is a full-service environmental consulting, engineering, and contracting firm. Klein Environmental serves local government and private sector interests in the Mid-South and the Midwest. At Klein Environmental, our team includes 3 FAA Part 107 drone pilots, 2 engineers, 5 expert operators, and over 15 years experience of problem solving for our clients. Engineers, contractors, problem solvers. Klein Environmental.
Welcome back to Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. And if you missed the whole game so far, the scoreboard can tell you all you need to know. The Pocahontas Redskins are absolutely all the way in Antarctica with this one. They're leading 41-0 with 9:41 left to go in the third quarter of play.
And the only player you need to worry about, be like, man, they're doing it all. Well, actually, it's Connor Baker. He's doing it all tonight. He's going to run down the field, he's going to make tackles, and he's going to score almost every touchdown. So, and I'm pretty sure mercy rule is in effect now.
It is indeed, Cooper, as that kick's going to be returnable there by Westside, and he's going to be around the outside. He has room to run. He's up on the sideline before he's forced out at about the 50.
Yeah, it is in effect as the clock is going to keep on ticking tonight. So you're going to finally see a good replay on the Klein Environmental replay for your Westside Warriors. He's just going to get to the sideline and set up around midfield for good starting field position for your Westside Warriors.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Yurda and his guys look to come out to maybe make the deficit just a little bit smaller for seeding at this point. But right now, last time I checked, Truman was in the lead, was leading Blytheville, and Westside, they're not exactly winning this ball game.
Well, at this point in the game, this is just something you got to work on fundamentals here. You're not going to win this game, no offense, but you're not going to win. You're down 41-0. But this is as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay, but you're just going to have to set up good fundamentals here, Run your key plays that will help you in other games. Focus on your blocks. Focus on doing things right. Limit penalties, but I don't know. It's just been one of those games. In the fourth quarter, bring in your backup so no starters get hurt for no reason.
Yeah, Cooper, so here we go. The next play here for the West Side, it's
Darvin Fowler. It's just been one of those nights for the West Side Warriors.
I was looking to say it's going to be the first completed pass there, but unfortunately, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay here, he's just going to drop out, look, has all the time in the world, and just couldn't catch the football. Well, Coop, let me ask you this. When you're growing up in the household with Coach Melder and Mama Melder, your daddy was a coach. What's the one thing he always taught you when the football's thrown to you?
Catch it, and after you catch it, you secure it and then run upfield. And there he tried to catch it and run upfield at the same time, and you can't do that.
We go 3rd down for the West Side Warriors, and that play is going to go absolutely nowhere except the line of scrimmage. 4th down coming up for the Warriors. And Coop, as you're going to see on the Klein Environmental replay here, he's just gonna take the ball, and he's going to do this thing where it's called get absolutely stumbled and stopped in the backfield like you're getting pancaked on a nice ham and cheese sandwich.
Well, the Redskins are just getting straight through the line and meeting them in the backfield. And right now, the Warriors, they have no answer for it. The offensive line is just getting absolutely manhandled.
So we go 4th down here for the Warriors. Ball on the 50. You're just trying to audible something here as he has nobody out left or right. So we know it's going to be a run play. And the play will be blown dead. A timeout was called by Bobby Engel and his West Side Warrior team. So Pocahontas is leading 41-0 with 6:26 left to go in the third quarter play. And you're watching West Side Warrior Football on Tubetown.
Hello, my name is Gene Roberts. I'm the owner of the franchise for Fox's Pizza Den in Bono, Arkansas, and I'd like to thank our customers for eating local with us.
Back to Westside Warrior football here on Tubetown and Coop. As we were talking, Westside, they're down by a bunch. But look at some local scores. Truman, they're beating Blytheville 23-15. Rivercrest, they're beating Gosnell 27-14. Harrisburg, they're losing to Highland 26-20. GCT, they're trailing West Memphis 28-13. Little Rock Southwest is trailing Jonesboro 24-8. Four Cities trailing Nelson 13-0. Wynn is beating Paragould 35-0. Southside is tied with Valley View 14-14.
I think you got that. Valley View versus Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. In Brooklyn and Batesville, Batesville's winning 31-7. As that play right there for the Westside Warriors is not going to be enough for the first down here. Turnover on down, so Pocahontas looks to take back over and put more points on the scoreboard.
Well, if you notice anything different about this Pocahontas offense, is that Connor Baker, he's not out on the field right now.
Well, Coop, I guess no record's going to be broken tonight.
Well, I mean, that's just sportsmanship at the end of the day. You're going to have a new man at the quarterback position, number 7, and that's going to be DJ Coffey.
And that ball is just going to be ran up the gut by number 18, Eli Risley.
Yeah, and right now, Pocahontas, this is the perfect time as you're going to see the Klein environmental replay. He's just going to almost fumble the snap, and he's going to hand it off and get a couple yards. But right now, Pocahontas, this is what's great about beating up on teams. But this is what you want to see. Get your backups ready, some real actual playing time. So when it comes to a situation where a starter is hurt, they have game time experience. So we're going to see another Klein environmental replay here from your Pocahontas. They're going to get stopped in the backfield. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Cooper, so it's going to be a 3rd and 9 here for the Redskins on their own 43-yard line. They're trying to get their second stringers some experience here so that they have more game experience like you were mentioning so that none of the starters get hurt. So we're going to see what they can do on 3rd down here. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 from the 43. Quarterback's in the shotgun formation still. He's going to fumble the snap, and that ball is going to be recovered by Pocahontas, which is going to be bringing up a 4th down for the Redskins.
Well, the most positive thing to happen to this Westside Warriors defense all night is you're going to be able to see this, of course, on your Klein environmental replay. It's just going to go between the legs and nutmeg them like it's soccer. It's going to jump on that ball and recover it, which forces the punt team.
Yeah, Cooper, so the punt team will trot out on the field for the Redskins, which will give the Westside Warriors hopefully some good field position here so that not exactly a comeback can happen, but they'll put a little bit of points on the board so it looks better in the stat book for seeding purposes. So here we go. 4th down for the Redskins. Almost a high snap, almost a block punt, and the punter did fall down. No flag came out just of yet, and the ball is going to be fielded about the Westside 40-yard line. So it's going to set up a 1st down for Westside here as they look to, in some way, shape, or form, put some points on the scoreboard.
Well, I mean, Westside, if you want to rewatch this game, if you're a Pocahontas fan, tune into Tubetown on Saturday nights at 6 p.m., and then Sunday nights at 7 p.m., tune into ASU TV. And while you're at it, if you want to catch up on some A-State sports, tune into Red Wolf Roundtable. You can find it live on Facebook. So, yeah, there you go.
A little biased here, but you can see the best ASU TV show, Red Wolf Roundtable, on Wednesdays. But that play is going to be blown up and dropped dead before it could go anywhere, bringing up a 2nd down for the Warriors.
And that was ran by number 11, Clark Womble. And I think right now, Westside's going with a whole new group for the offense and bringing in the backups.
Well, Cooper, it's smart to bring in the backups in this sort of situation so that you don't risk any big-time injuries like we were talking about with Pocahontas, so that hopefully if Westside's able to make that playoff push, you have all your bigger guys rested and ready to go come that time. So we go second down here for the Warriors. Just going to hand the ball off once again, and that play is going to get 2 yards if anything. And it's going to bring up a third down for the Warriors.
It's number 33, Weston Watlington, on the carry there. And number 13, Hunter Drummonds, is down injured on the field.
Well, he's able to get up on his own powers. The training staff is rushing out to help him, and he's going to go back down.
I think he may got the wind knocked out of him.
And Pocahontas is leading 41-0. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown.
Klein Environmental is a full-service environmental consulting, engineering, and contracting firm. Klein Environmental serves local government and private sector interests in the Mid-South and the Midwest. At Klein Environmental, our team includes 3 FAA Part 107 drone pilots, 2 engineers, 5 expert operators, and over 15 years experience of problem solving for our clients, engineers, contractors, problem solvers. Klein Environmental.
Warrior Football here on Tubetown as there's a minute 40 left to go here in the third quarter of play. 3rd and 9 for the Warriors. And the local score is still going across the screen. Truman is still winning as that play is going to go absolutely nowhere, bringing up a 4th down here for the Warriors.
Yeah, and they went back to number 33, Weston Watlington, and they just couldn't get anything going at all, and that's going to force out the punt unit, and Gus You're just going to come back on the field and punt the ball away.
Well, it's good to have a quarterback that can do more than one thing. And I'm not talking like Pocahontas has had with their quarterback, where he's been able to absolutely run up and down the field like he's running suicides on a basketball sport, but having a guy that can punt the football and, well, snap for the football.
Well, he is the quarterback, so maybe we'll see a fake punt pass.
Go 4th down here as that punt's going to be a high one. Under a minute left to go here in the third quarter play. That ball is going to be dropped down at about the 30-yard line and finally knocked down, downed at about the 30-yard line. So here comes the Pocahontas offense. They're second stringers, of course, and they're trying to, keep the clock rolling, which it will. They're just trying to get some game experience. So just in case the worst case scenario happens, these guys are going to be ready when their number is called.
Yeah, and this is a time for also the backups, but also your younger guys. Get them ready for the next season when it's their time for the game. And so right now they're just going to keep it simple, run the ball, and I think they're honestly just going to let the clock hit 0 and go into the 4th quarter.
Well, Cooper, that's going to signify the end of the third quarter. The Redskins are leading the Warriors 41-0. You're watching Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown.
Before day 1, life was very hard. It was depressing and lonely, and I wasn't really seeing the trueness that I could be seeing. I experienced amazing things. I experienced friendship, true love, and the Holy Spirit, and I do not regret going.
Klein Environmental.
Welcome back to Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuning in to an absolute blowout here. The Pocahontas Redskins are leading the Westside Warriors 41-0 at the start of the 4th quarter. Hi, everybody. I'm Tristan Harlan here with my good friend, my good compadre, the man, the myth, the legend, Cooper Melder. Cooper, how's this game been going so far for the Redskins?
Well, for the Redskins, it has been going game plan, perfection, beautiful game. You're loving it. Now for the Westside Warriors, you just want this clock to hit double zeros quicker than you can think.
Well, it's going to, after that short no-gain run, it's going to bring up 2nd and 11 here for the Redskins offense.
Yeah, Redskins offense, they're having a little trouble with the second group out there. They're not really on cue together, miss snaps, not being able to get the ball to your running back, just stuff you got to clean up.
So that ball is just going to be handed off once again. Something that they've been able to do exceptionally well is run the football, as that's going to bring up a 3rd and long here for the offense. But Cooper, quite frankly, if this was in the first quarter, that would be something huge to say. But now it's just, another down.
Yeah. I don't expect a pass or anything. Just they're going to keep handing the ball off. And, this game has definitely not gone the way the Westside Warriors wanted to. They pictured maybe a little bit closer game in mind, but it's just been all Pocahontas.
And that play is just going to be another quarterback keeper there for Pocahontas, ran by number 7, DJ Coffee. And Cooper, looking at this game, when we came into this game, we knew it was going to be a favorited Pocahontas game, but we didn't expect this. And what are some of the things from the Westside offense and defense that you've seen in your analysis ways that really lost the game for the Westside Warriors?
Well, I'll start on defense. They couldn't tackle to save their lives. I mean, there was multiple times they could have, sacked the quarterback, stop a guy for a loss, and they just couldn't tackle. It was the lack of effort on defense when they did break away, just trying to tackle with his arms. And then on the offensive side, the offensive line, they couldn't do anything. They were letting everybody get through the line, getting to the backfield, and when that happens, you cannot win ball games. As you're going to see the sack here on the Klein environmental replay, and they finally make a stop in the backfield. But offensive-wise, they just couldn't block, and when you can't block when you're trying to run the ball and that's your offense, you're not going to win many ball games, and we're seeing it all tonight.
Well, that was a turnover on downs by the Pocahontas offense. So Westside will set up in good field position here on the Pocahontas 25 to be exact. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the for the Warriors. They're looking to get some sort of points on the board here on this drive. Just a little over 9 minutes left to go in the ball game here. And he's just going to hand that ball off. He's going to have room around the right side. He's at the 20 to 15 before he's forced out of bounds right at the first down marker, just at about the 15-yard line.
Great run there from Cole Stonekipper, and that's the type of run you want from your backup, showing that, yeah, we may be down 41-0, but we're still going to run hard. We're still going to try to make our plays, do our job, and that's what happens when everything gets put together.
So we go 2nd and 2 from the 17-yard line here for Westside. Westside looking to get their first points on the board of the game, something we've said a lot here tonight. And quite frankly, if they're going to do it, this is going to be the best drive to do it. Your defense stopped the Pocahontas offense on 4th down, and now you have great field position. So here we go. 2nd and 2 for the Warriors. They're just going to hand the ball off. He's going to have room inside, and he's just going to get popped, locked, and dropped.
Well, he got the first down, so they'll bring up a new fresh set of downs. And we're approaching the goal line situation as you're going to see the first down run here on Klein environmental replay.
Yeah, Coop, he was just able to get the handoff, step up, and just right there, boom, just got a little kiss goodnight there before he was dropped down. But great enough, it was enough to give the Westside Warriors a first new set of downs here. So 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Westside are still in that power T formation. He's going to keep it himself. If he has somewhere to go, absolutely getting the yards needed there to get even closer to that end zone.
Yeah, right now you definitely need to score some points. You need to score because this is the moment where if you don't score here, that's a team killer, team chemistry killer, not being able to punch the ball in. But if Westside does score, the mercy rule effect will go away and the clock will end up stopping.
Here we go. That's just going to be handed off there. He's going to have room inside. Does he sneak in? And he does. That'll be a touchdown for your Westside Warriors.
And they finally score here with 7 minutes left here in the 4th quarter to make it 41-6. And you're going to see finally a Klein environmental replay of a touchdown for your Westside Warriors. He's just going to follow his block and stumble his way for a touchdown.
So we go 6:35 left to go in the game. It's going to be 41-6 for awaiting the PAT from Westside. And that kick is up, and that kick's going to be good. So now the deficit is no longer 41-0. It is now Pocahontas 41, Westside 7. And you're watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown.
Denver's Refrigeration is a proud supporter of the Westside Warriors. Just like the Westside School District strives for excellence by engaging learners, empowering minds, and educating all, Denver's Refrigeration strives for excellence by providing you with knowledgeable staff, quality workmanship, and speedy service. At Denver's Refrigeration, we believe it's a great time to be a Westside Warrior. Denver's Refrigeration, 3501 East Parker Road in Jonesboro.
Welcome back, guys, to Westside Warrior Football here on Tubetown. If you're just tuning in, you missed the majority of the game. Hi, everybody. I'm Tristan Harlan here with Cooper Melder, and Westside was finally able to find the end zone on that last drive. They stopped Pocahontas on fourth down, got good field position, and then from there they slowly built the drive going to where they got in the end zone. But, Cooper, as we've been talking about the mercy rule the whole game, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think Westside scored too late in the game, so the clock is continuing to run at about 5 minutes and 8 seconds.
Yeah, that is correct. I think maybe if they would have scored it earlier in the third, they would have stopped it. But since the game's over, pretty much, they're just going to let it run.
And that kickoff return is going to be fielded there and returned to about the 35-yard line. And like we were saying, the clock continuously running here. About 4:45 left to go in the game. And here comes Pocahontas' offense. Regardless if you look at the first or second stringers, the second stringers in their couple drives that they've been on the field, they haven't been able to do anything just as great as their first team has, and that's the reason why they're the first team. You know, Pocahontas on offense, they dominated tonight here against Westside.
Connor Baker had himself a game. It was honestly a crazy sight to see, just to see one player dominate the field the way he did. You know, he was doing it all. And by all, he was running the ball anywhere and everywhere.
And that's going to be a first down run there from the quarterback, number 7, DJ Coffey of the Redskins. And you mentioned Connor Baker from his experiences in his games that he had before he got taken out for the second team. And just let me run some numbers by you real quick. He came into this game with 85 rushing touchdowns, and 97 was the record, okay? He needed 12 in order to get the record, and now he's only 8 away from achieving that state record, which, honestly, it's a great achievement for him that he can carry on to his college career. But as you're seeing go against your defense here for the Westside Warriors, you hate to see it. And honestly, I'm glad he got taken out so the record wasn't done against the Westside defense.
Yeah, if he would have scored 12 rushing touchdowns tonight, I don't know what. That would have been one great game from one guy in high school history. 12 touchdowns, that's a lot. But he ended up with 4 touchdowns tonight and pretty much did it all himself.
So 3:10 left to go here in the final quarter of play. The refs are discussing different things amongst each other, and I think the referee's telling the back judge, hey, the clock's still going. I don't know if that's what they're trying to signify or if they're just going to let them play here, and I think they're going to let them play. So just about 2:50 left to go here in the ball game. Pocahontas is going to take the snap again. They're going to hand the ball off, and he's just going to trip himself up, and that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Redskins.
That was Eli Risley on the carry, just tripping over his own feet there, bringing up a 4th and 1. Well, excuse me, the refs are just going to give him a first down. That was a little short, but, you know, it doesn't matter. It's 41-7. The call was the call.
Yeah, so 2:20 left to go here in tonight's ball game. And, Coop, real quick before we run out of time, who would be your player of the game for tonight's contest?
I mean, it's obvious. Connor Baker himself. He had a great game tonight, and I think that's everyone's player of the game.
Yeah, Cooper, so that run's just going to get a couple there. It's just going to bring up a second down here for the Redskins.
Yeah, just running the ball. Now, you're not going to see any passing. If you're looking for passing plays, you're not going to see it. I mean, you haven't seen it much tonight from either teams. I think Connor Baker may have completed 1 pass, but the way they were running the ball tonight, there was no reason to pass. And obviously, Westside Warriors offense, they don't pass much, but even when they did pass tonight, they couldn't get anything going.
So we go second down here from the 45. They're going to just keep it the quarterback keeper once again, and he's going to be wrapped up, and here comes the pain like he's Brock Lesnar in SmackDown in the early 2000s because he'll be dropped in the backfield.
Darvin Fowler on the tackle there. Looks like he was taking some anger out with that. Mad about how he played tonight, mad about the score, just mad overall. So some anger taken out with that hit.
Yeah, it's going to hit just about a minute left to go in the ball game. You know, Pocahontas, they're looking at the sideline. They're wasting as much clock as they can because, quite frankly, they know if they won the ball game. Westside knows they lost the ball game. The fans on each side know they won or lost the ball game. But here we go. They're going to get him to jump.
I mean, I don't know what you got out of. Well, it's going to be a false start. I don't know what Pocahontas was trying to get out of that. Just do a single count, run the ball, and get out of the game.
Well, Cooper, if you want to rewatch this game, if you're a Pocahontas fan or if you're a coach trying to scout the next team, and just remember, Tubetown, they'll have this game on Saturday nights at 6 p.m. At our home, ASU TV will have this game on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. And, Coop, I don't know about you, but if you're wanting some high-octane, high-energy, great coverage of the Red Wolf football team and any athletics team, I would tune into this show, Red Wolf Roundtable.
I heard it's one of the best shows, if not the best show on ASU TV.
Well, Cooper, that's going to signify the end of the ball game. Pocahontas, they were able to run away with it 41-7. And you were watching Westside Warrior football on Tubetown. We'll be back after this.
You can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. The Anywhere app by First National Bank. Putting you first, always.
At Ritter Communications, we're dedicated to being a caring community partner. We invest in the communities we serve by supporting local nonprofits, academic programs, local athletics, and events that bring us together. We create the connections that strengthen our communities. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Hello, my name is Gene Roberts. I'm the owner of the franchise for Fox's Pizza Den in Bono, Arkansas, and I'd like to thank our customers for eating local with us.
Bono Family Pharmacy is more than just your pharmacy. We are your neighbors. We shop at the same stores and attend the same sporting events as you. Locally owned and operated, at Bono Family Pharmacy, you're more than just another customer. You're our neighbor, and we are dedicated to keeping you and our community healthy. Bono Family Pharmacy on the Highway 63 bypass in Bono.
Welcome back to Westside Warriors football here on Tubetown. As you're seeing on your screen now, Westside, they were unable to beat the number one team in the conference, Pocahontas. They lose by a score to 41-7. Hi, everybody. I'm Tristan Harlan here, still with Cooper Motor. Haven't been able to get rid of him yet. He's like a sticky booger. Just can't get to him. But, Cooper, overall this game, you look at it and you go back through the first half and the second half. What went wrong for Westside?
I mean, honestly, everything went wrong. I expected more of a fight out of the team coming off of a big win over Harrisburg. It was Harrisburg's homecoming game. They went in there and beat them. Not just beat them, they kicked their butts. And then tonight, it was a whole new different team. It was miscues on offense, running into the quarterback. You were not tackling on defense. You couldn't force any turnovers. Nothing went your way. It was just two completely different teams. And then you had the Redskins with Connor Baker, and they just did everything they wanted to tonight. And it's just been a bad game for your Westside Warriors.
Well, as we've been saying the most of the night, Pocahontas did run away with this one, 41-7. Pocahontas, they traveled well. Their crowd made it feel like a home game. But Cooper, I think that's just about it for us here for this game. Guys, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. This has been Westside Warrior Football on Tubetown.